Hey everybody, Robbie here. I just wanted to make a quick video on AdWhirl. I've seen a couple of questions there in the alumni forum and I said I may as well make a video on my experiences and what I found with AdWhirl. It might help somebody getting started. I have this installed in an app that I currently have in the queue ready for approval, all going to plan with Apple. So let me just quickly run you through my experiences with this. So first of all, you got to come to adwhirl.com and you got to sign up for an account. Pretty standard sign up. It's really easy to get involved with AdWhirl. All you got to do is fill out your information and click register. You're going to get an email address confirming all that. And once you've got it confirmed, it's going to let you log in. So let me show you how to actually log in. If you're coming back to visit the site, it's down here in the bottom right hand corner. Just put in your email address, your password, and press submit. I'm actually going to save this into my little robo form. It's very handy for remembering passwords. Okay, so you can see I've actually got one app here installed with the AdWhirl already. Let me just quickly run you through the top here. You've got your apps list that shows you how you can add an application. That's something we're going to run through in a minute. House ads, I'm going to quickly show you what the house ads are. And I'm going to show you the quick developers resources, and I'm going to point you towards a video that I found pretty handy on YouTube, but really it's only for your developer to watch. If you're not developing your own apps, if you don't know code, just stay away from it, but it's nice to have an idea how all this works, because the problem I had with this was I understand code and I was getting my developer to install this, but I noticed that something wasn't happening in my apps in the correct way. I wasn't getting the reports. When I went back in and checked the codes, I came across a very important piece of the puzzle that was missing, and I want to give you that tip here as well to save you the trouble of what I have to do now of actually having to re-update my app once it gets approval. So let's add an application here. And I added this application before I actually got approved. And the good thing about AdWhirl is you can actually don't have to include the iTunes URL until it gets approved. So you can put in any test name. You can pick what platform it's on. It works on both Android and iPhone. We're just going to be concentrating on iPhone. You can pick the default colors for the background and the text color. You can select the refresh rate, which is how often does the code go to the networks and fetch new ads. 30 seconds is quite good. Transition animations, you can select, do you want it to slide in, do you want it to flip down, do you want it random? And because I was putting mine in a very specific location, I wanted it to curl up, so I selected curl up. Allow location access, I've switched that off right now because you can always come back in and switch it on again. And all you simply have to do is add the app. And as you can see, it says your settings have been updated, and there you've got your app already added. If you look here, we've got an free app that I'm doing called Rally Stage Timer. You can see currently it's got one active network. I did have 4 active networks, but I've just placed it on one for approval processing. And let's just click in here and see what you see on the inside when you get into the middle of all of this. First thing you need to do is really, when I was setting this up, was I had 2 screens open on my Mac. I had one for my networks and one for my AdWhirl, and I was able to switch over and back and get all the relevant details. You can see here how house ads is currently on. The reason why I've got that done is I've just got one custom ad that I want to have in my app for when it's going through the approval process. The reasons why I switched off the other 3 was because I realized that the developer made a mistake with the SDKs that's needed for the ads to be carried from your account on AdWhirl, and for you to get credits for those clicks and to get payments onto your networks for those clicks. So I switched them off, but it's very easy to switch them on again. Once you have your relevant information entered, you can just quickly switch on, switch off, allocate a percentage of the traffic to each one. Let's just say we're going to go with 70%, and we're going to go with 10, 10, and 10. Once you have that done, you press Save Changes. You can see the total allocation down here is 100%. If that's any less, or if it's any more than 100, it won't actually allow you to save that particular event. You've got to have an even percentage over all of the networks that you select in order for it to work forward. So let's just go to AdMob, for example, and we go to Edit Settings. You can see here how it asks for your publisher ID. You can disable that. It's handy to have your network website. You can open it, you can sign up if you haven't already signed up, and you can take your actual promoter ID and install it into AdWhirl when you get that. So if anybody wants to copy mine, by all means feel free to, but it just means I'm going to get paid for the ads that your mobile app is serving. So please do get your own. And if you want to disable it, all you have to do is disable. So let's just quickly cancel out of that. Again, BrightRoll, if you haven't already configured a network, we're just going to pick BrightRoll, go into Edit Settings. It's looking for an API key. I haven't set up an account. I haven't used BrightRoll, so I'm going to visit their network, see what they're like. And I only had Google AdSense, I had an AdMob account, and of course I had an iAds account, and that's the three that I actually used. But if I wanted to sign up with BrightRoll, it's a matter of going in here. If you've got an account already, logging in and getting your details. If not, all you simply have to do is to sign up for an account. There is an approval process on a lot of these networks, and if you don't have all your information right now to hand, and you're not sure what you're going to do, don't apply to these networks, because what's going to happen is they're going to refuse you for insufficient information. So until you get your system sorted, until you know exactly what you're going to do, email addresses, postal addresses, your payment procedures, do you want to get check, do you want to get PayPal, do you want to get bank transfer, wait until the last moment before you put your app onto the iTunes Connect, before you install your AdWhirl. But tell your developer at the very, very beginning that you want to use this service, because he has got to install a separate SDK pack for AdWhirl and for all the other networks into the code. And that can get quite tricky if it's done wrong. What will happen is the ads will still appear on your app, but you're not going to make any money from any of the installs or from any of the banner clicks. And that's quite simply all I have to say. An important thing here is that each of your apps will have its own SDK key. You can see that this particular SDK key is unique to this particular app, and that's important that it's also given to your developer so he knows what app carries what key. Therefore you can control in the back end what the ads are served onto what particular app. Backfill priority is quite clever. It allows you to actually choose the network that you want to get the most amount of impressions first of all. Here you can see I've got the house ads #1 because I'm trying to push another app through my free app. I've selected AdMob, Google AdSense and iAds last. The reason why I actually put iAds last was I wasn't happy with what ads were being served onto my device, and I found that AdMob, the ads that they were giving was a little bit more dynamic and made me want to click them a little bit faster. So obviously I want as many clicks as I can right out of the gate, so that's why I picked what I feel for me will be the highest performing network, but I want to push my own one as well. Let's quickly talk about house ads. What the house ad is an ad that you control and that you can switch on and off at any time. Let's just see this one here. We're going to actually remove this. We'll do a preview first of all. You can just see the ad preview coming up. You got your ad icon and there should be some text here. I don't know why that's not appearing right now. So I'm just going to remove from the app that particular ad, and I'm going to preview the second one. Yeah, here you can see the icon and the text underneath, and that's simply going to appear in a banner directly on the top or on the bottom of your screen, depending on where you tell your developer to locate it. So if you want to set up an ad in your app, what you do is you add a house ad. You can select a pre-set up ad, or you can actually go in and develop a house ad. So because I'm inside, if you see here, app list, rally stage timer, I can add house ads into this from there. So I want to show you how to create a house ad right now. And to do that, what I have to do is click on this tab up here on top. And here we got the house ads. Now I've got two duplicates here. I just want to delete them so we don't get confused. And I'm going to add a brand new house ad. I do that by selecting the add house ad. So here we have create a new house ad. You can see the previews over here. It shows it on the top, and it shows you exactly what it will look like as you're actually building the ad. So the information on the screen that you have to concentrate on is over here. We've got the information columns. You've got to enter the app name. Now I'm just going to put in test app. You got to tell it what exactly is the goal for the banner. Is it going to go to a website? Is it going to go to the iPhone App Store? Is it going to go to the Android Marketplace? You can actually place a click to call banner up there, so when they press the banner, phone dials a number. You can send it to a video, audio, iTunes and Maps. So it's quite comprehensive exactly where you can direct your traffic to. Because I want to probably, if you're like me, push another app, I'm going to put iPhone App Store. And I'm going to go to the App Store and show you how to get the actual URL for the app that you want to promote. Let's quickly select iTunes. Here you can see we've got my app already. It's Rally Co-Driver Pro, and there's a little drop down box here, and you can simply copy the link from that. When you copy the link from that, you can insert it into this field here. So that is your test app name. That's just for your own purposes. I'll put number 2 on that. I'm going to link it to the Apple Store. This is the link for the Apple Store, and now I've got to decide exactly what type of creative I'm going to make. Do I want an image banner that I've already developed, or do I want to actually just have text and a little icon? And you can see when I selected iPhone App Store up there, the Android preview dropped away. All you're seeing now is just the iPhone preview. So if you select image and text, you're just going to have to upload a little banner icon, 38 by 38 pixels. If you want to upload a banner, it gives you all the different sizes. And again, it's a 320 by 50 pixel banner. And you can go 40 by 75 or 640 by 100. And as you know, the iPhone 4 screen is typically 640 by 960. So you would design it in this. I haven't designed any banners. I just designed the image and the text. So quick amount of copy for the top of the banner, something that will get people to click. Try my free game today, perhaps. You know, you got to come up with your own. You got to come up with your own banner copy. Select a little image. Normally, when you get icons delivered or developed and designed for your apps, you're going to get a wide selection of sizes. And a 38 by 38 is a typical size that your designer will send back to you. And I'm just going to go and select a random app icon. This is just stuff I've done myself. That one looks pretty okay. As soon as you select upload image, it opens it up and it puts it up here in the top left hand corner. And here you have, just underneath that is, or beside that is, try my free game today, and a little picture of a car. Now you've got to decide what apps in your inventory on AdWhirl is going to actually get this ad. So you can see down here is include in the app inventory, and I've got the test app plus the current app that's going through the approval process. I wanted to go to both of them, so I just go save changes when I'm happy with that, and it should automatically save and let me know that it's all updated. Okay, So now we're back into the house ads main page, and you can see I've got two apps in my inventory. The Rally Co-Driver Pro, it's got one, and the test app actually has two apps that run that ad. So these are my banners, my house ads. So I've got this particular app running on, or this particular ad running on one app, and this particular ad running on two apps. And you can see it goes to the Apple iStore, and it's an image and text. Very, very simple. Really straightforward. Let me take you to the developer's resources, because you're going to have to download some information in here in order for your developer to integrate this into your app. And if you're doing iPhone and Android, you've got to get these SDKs just down here in the right hand corner. The source code for the Android, iOS is right there, and basically over on the left it's got download the latest version, again for Android and for iOS, so you're not going to have any problems with that. You can host AdWhirl on your own server if you want. Really, I can't see any need in doing that. There's no point getting more confused with having to install all this on your server. Let them run it. And the final thing I would say to you is that on the very, very bottom here, over on the right hand side, they've got a list of all these networks that you can actually sign up with. And some people would like others that may carry video and banners. You're going to find something in that list there that's really going to suit you and suit your app and the particular niche that you're in. So make sure you go through all of them and have a quick look and see what you think is going to sit right with your app. And of course, as Chad says, it's all about testing. As soon as the ads start working, you can ramp up into different networks, experience what more money you might make with the ads. Finally, the one last thing I want to show you is on YouTube. Let's quickly go here to YouTube. And there is a video in here that's about a year old that your developer needs to watch. And all you got to do is type in AdWhirl. AdWhirl tutorial. And there's a tutorial here by Google Mobile Ads. It's a year old, and it's a full walkthrough of exactly what you need to do in order to install all the code onto the source code of your app. So all the SDK packs for every network has to be added into your app. The AdWhirl SDK has to be added into your app, and they have to be configured to talk back to the AdWhirl platform. The AdWhirl platform has to be configured with all of your network IDs or your network APIs, and once that's done, you've got full control. It's as easy as that. But make sure that your developer watches this and understands it, and ask him, is he going to download the SDKs from the networks? Has he got access to those already? Or you may even be able to download those and just have them in a zip file of all the networks you want to work with and send them to him, so he's got less sidestepping and less delaying to do, and it's going to save you a lot of money as well. So that's it for me. This is Robbie, your alumni pal, and I'm looking forward to sharing some more stuff with you guys on the App Empire alumni. Thanks.